David, the shepherd boy who became a king, is confronted by Natan the Navi with a mashal, a parable that pierces his heart like no other. A poor man, a beloved lamb, and an injustice. Why does this story resonate so deeply with him? To understand this, we must step back into David's early life and into the world of shepherds in the Tanakh. David's journey began here, tending his father's sheep in the fields of Bethlehem. A shepherd's life was not just about guiding and protecting, it was about forming a bond. David likely knew every lamb by sight, cared for their needs, and risked his life to defend them from predators. When he tells Shaul, "Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear," he reveals the bravery and selflessness that defined his role. Throughout Tanakh, shepherds are much more than caretakers of flocks. They symbolize ideal leaders. From Yaakov to Moshe, and ultimately to David himself, the greatest Jewish leaders were shepherds. Why? Because a shepherd embodies the balance of strength and tenderness, of guiding the flock while ensuring each individual sheep is cared for. Even Hashem himself is described as a shepherd in Tehillim. Hashem mo'ilo echsar. When Natan tells David about the poor man's lamb, it's not just a story. David, more than anyone, understands the love and responsibility a shepherd feels for his flock. Natan describes the lamb as being like a daughter to the poor man, eating from his food, drinking from his water. This is the shepherd's bond, one that David could deeply relate to. When David hears of the rich man taking the poor man's lamb, his anger burns inside of him. This isn't an abstract moral failure to him. It's a betrayal of everything a shepherd king should stand for. And when Natan declares, "You're that man," David sees his own actions mirrored in the rich man's injustice. His job as a king was to protect and to nurture the people of his nation. What happened? David's legacy as the shepherd king continues to inspire. His humility to admit fault on whatever level and to become a symbol of true teshuvah. His connection to his flock, whether a sheep or people, and his vision of Hashem as the ultimate shepherd all teach us about the ideal leader. And even in his lowest moment, this mashal reminds us why David remains the prime example of what a Jewish king should look like. He never forgets the bond between a leader and those they serve. From here in the fields of Bethlehem to the throne of Israel, David's heart remained with his lambs. There is, however, another important message here. In this case, David isn't the only leader portrayed in this parak. Natan the Navi shows incredible leadership skills, the ability to connect and speak in a way that will reach directly to a person's heart. This requires being able to speak in a language they understand, to connect with their life experiences, and to show that you understand them. This is a message that's crucial perhaps now more than ever, as the gaps between each passing generation seems to be growing. If you can't show that you understand them and truly care, that you believe in them, that you get them, then you risk losing them, Khalila.